What's up, Fantasy Champions? Spotlight Sports Network is excited to tell you about an amazing deal from Thrive Fantasy, your place for daily fantasy sports and esports. Right now, with promo code SS Network, Thrive Fantasy will match up to $50 of your first deposit. So go to thrivefantasy.com and sign up now with promo code SS Network. That's thrivefantasy.com, promo code SS Network.
Yo, what is up? It's me, it's Key. We're back. We're in the building with another 7,200 second podcast. The hottest topics in 7,200 seconds. And y'all know I'm always joined by my guy. Coach Donte is in the building. What is going on, Donte?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Playoff week this weekend, man. I'm going to be a busy man this week. Y'all already know what the play-by-plays. And the new merchandise shirt, all black, looking good. And I'm just waiting on the hammer shirt, man. So let's get ready.
The hardest man here on the network. And we got my guy, Robert, from the Philly Sports Podcast. What's going on, Robert?
What's going on, everybody? But can I get a little something out there? If you guys don't know who Philly Foothills is, my buddy Mitch is doing a charity live stream. So go check that out. If you want to donate, please, like this, just help Foothills in this time of need. It's tough, losing a loved one. So if you want to donate, go check out my buddy Mitch's stream.
If you can, put the link in the chat. If you got a link, put it in the chat, Robert.
Oh shit! Bear with me.
If you can find it, just put it in there. And I got my guy Brendan up here. He is joining us tonight. What's going on, Brendan? Hello?
What is going on? I'm so happy. Thank you so much for having me on, Key. It's so great to be part of.
No problem. And here comes, I don't know if these coming in, but let's get it cracking. Last night, the national championship game. Everybody, I know we on the network didn't do it all because,
that's because I'm back.
You don't like the damn SEC and all that, Alabama and Georgia. But I wanted Alabama to lose, and thank you. They God heard my prayers, and Alabama went down swinging. Donte, what do you think about this game last night?
I say, man, I thought it was a hard-fought game last night. I'm so impressed with Georgia for how they played. I'm happy for Kirby Smart because, if y'all remember, he used to coach alongside of Nick Saban. And he was Nick Saban. He was Nick Saban kind of protege. Nick Saban kind of taught him the ropes on coaching and stuff before he got the Georgia job. And he done a great job. Finally out game planning. Finally out coaching Nick Saban. Last time these two teams met, you know what happened? They brought Tua in the game, and Tua just ripped them apart. So again, I'm just so happy for Kirby Smart and his hard work. They was complaining about they wanted to go to TJ Daniels. The media wanted TJ Daniels to be a quarterback, and he stuck with Stetson Bennett. And Stetson Bennett made some great throws last night. The last throw that he made down the sideline, a great catch by the receiver, James Cook, with the 67-yard run. The defense have some dogs on that defense, man. It's a reason why all 11 players are going to get drafted. And I talked to Coach Spotlight about it last night in the comment section on Facebook. They, no matter if Georgia beat them 1,000 times, that one time will always be remembered. That's the one in the national championship. They have 2-3 good running backs they throw at you. And then that defense with, like I say again, what you call is the best linebacker in the college, man. He's going to get drafted high. Nakobe Dean is just a stud. He's just.
And then you just got Jordan Davis. That was an
Jordan
absolute
Davis,
dog.
who wreaked havoc last night. The cornerback that caught that interception, man. It's a reason why all 11 of those guys are going to be drafted. Going to be drafted from Georgia, and I'm happy for Georgia, man. Especially for Kirby Smart to pull this out, and for someone to beat Alabama. And Georgia didn't beat them. They dominated them. They dominated them on both sides of the ball. Outcoached Nick Saban, outplayed the guys, outplayed them, and just Bryce Young just didn't have no answers. So I just want to give credit to Georgia and I'm happy for Kirby Smart, and we're gonna see what's gonna go on. But that defense is just monstrous on all sides of the ball. They got cornerbacks, linebackers, safeties, defensive lines. Just man. They got after it last night, so you got to get them credit. Can't stop raving about it, man. Hey, man, these guys are just studs. And Nakobe Dean and Jordan Davis, they're going to be in the first round, definitely. Nakobe Dean is the best linebacker that I've seen. Besides him and Christian Harris on 1-2.
Hey, Key, how about would you take Nakobe Dean and Christian Harris for the first two, go double linebacker?
Look, yeah, can we take either one? I'll take either one of them.
I'll take both. Hello, I'll give my thoughts on it too. The fact is, for me, the fact that Georgia has won its first national championship in 40 years, that's special in and of itself. And the fact that Kirby Smart outcoached probably one of the greatest college football coaches in Nick Saban, it was something. And the fact that it was something to behold. And Stetson Bennett, from a quarterback who we would never have thought he would play in a national title game, like Donte said, JT Davis, or if that's his name. So but the fact that Stetson outbeat their original starting quarterback for the job and led Georgia to a national title. I mean, to be honest, I do applaud Georgia for finally knocking off Alabama off its perch, because I'm kind of sick and tired of seeing Alabama in the national title game, because it's getting really boring to the point where even to Alabama too, there's a lot of good players on both teams that's going to be very highly looked at in the draft. So I mean, Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean, Christian Harris, prayers up to Jameson Williams for tearing his ACL. Hope he comes back from that, which, to be honest, you really don't want to see something like that. But all in all, Georgia got their championship since 1980, which is really nice to see that university and that program finally get one. I think it was just a great look. I thought at one point it was going to be a boring game because it was the same two teams that we saw before. But I don't know. This one was a more defense. This was a really defensive, hitting college title game. But I think it was a great game last night. It's just that's all I have to say.
Like I said, we really didn't watch it because we thought it was just going to be, typical Bama blowout. But I seen the highlights. I was just like, holy shit! I mean, Alabama actually lost one. So, definitely they got some great players that's coming out of Georgia. Georgia definitely was underlooked at. Their defense was crazy, especially that pick six. I did see that. Losing Jameson Williams hurt Alabama.
That's gonna hurt his draft stock.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna get picked in the first round, top 10. That's gonna hurt his draft stock. Most definitely, that's gonna hurt his draft stock, and you're gonna start seeing some other receivers going up. That's gonna hurt his draft stock to at least about the second or third round, man. My thoughts and prayers goes out for Jameson Williams and John Mechie left on the same thing, man. ACL tear. So those two guys feel bad for them. They're gonna still get picked at least the third round, at least the third, fourth, second round. Me and Harry gonna have that
early
covered.
second round.
But, yeah,
and the
second or third round
same
because those
thing
injuries. It's second or third round.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And also, same thing can be said for Matt Corral too, because we don't know how far he's going to fall on the draft boards.
And then he threw it late. He threw it in the national championship game. So that's going to take him some time to recover for that.
Two of their top two receivers is out with knee injuries. John Michie and then Jameson.
Now Jameson Williams both AC. How unlucky can you get?
And then you're definitely not going to be back by the time, even if you do get drafted. I don't think you'll be back in time for the NFL
training
season
camp.
Start.
He's not going to be back. He threw it too late. He not going. It's a chance that John Michie may be back before he do, but he's definitely. I don't believe he's going to play this whole season. When he get drafted, I believe he'll be out for the year.
Yeah, that same thing could be for Matt Corral too. Like, let them rest for a year. Let them get the strength build up. Because I feel like Michie and Corral, I think they're going to be the ones going to be back, not this year, but the following year. And same with Jameson Williams, not the following year, but the year after, maybe year and a half. So only time will tell with an ACL injury. But you never know with these soft tissue injuries. I mean, take a look at Brandon Brooks coming back from 2 Achilles injuries in about 6 months. So it's like,
But I know he's still not on the field.
I'm just saying, sometimes people, but all in all, I do hope, all three of those who got injured, for a speedy recovery. That's just all because your health is the most important nowadays.
Definitely. Brendan, can you hear us now?
Hey, guys.
Okay. What did
What's
you
good,
think about
Brandon?
the national championship?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you good.
I was watching it. I did watch it. Hey, shout out to, I was over on Troxel Sports Stream. Shout out to Troxel Sports Streams. He has a great channel over there. And that's where I was watching the game. But, man, I was surprised that Georgia did what they did. That they came out and played their hearts out and won the game for them. I mean, I thought we were going to have typical Bama, and we didn't. And that was a surprise to me. I thought we might have overtime, and we didn't. So I don't know. The whole game was a surprise.
Either like I said, I really didn't watch it all much. Definitely, I was shocked that Georgia ended up pulling that game out. But do you think Jameson or Michie, do they still go in the draft, or do they come back? Do they stay in college for a year? Anyone can answer that.
Oh, my bad.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one, boy. Well, I won't be surprised if they come out. I'm gonna go NA. I don't know, because the reason why I don't know what they mind. I don't know what their mindset is. I don't know what they're thinking. You could come back an extra year off an injury. You definitely could go back and improve, but due to the fact now that you're not get drafted in the first round no more, and that you hurt, if I was them, I may come back another year. I may consider doing it again off that injury, because you're allowed to do it. You're allowed to do it again since you got hurt during the championship game, and one went down during the SEC. Michie went down in the SEC championship game, and now Jameson Williams goes down in the national championship game. I can consider them coming back next year, but we'll see what they're gonna do. That's why that would make that question. That was a good question. It makes it tough to answer, but I will bake on them. They may go in the draft. They may still go in the draft, but they would have to sit out a year. They would definitely be waiting on a year. And a team is still, if they do consider the draft, team is still gonna pick them up. They're still gonna be picked up, just like Jalen Smith. Y'all remember when he was in Notre Dame? He was a top 4 prospect. He get that horrific leg injury, and it took him like 2 years to come.
But his draft stock is going to go way down because he got hurt.
Fell down to the second, third round.
The draft stock,
and so that's what may happen to them if they do enter in the draft. We'll find out in these couple of days if they're gonna finally enter, if they're gonna enter in there.
Yeah, but their stock isn't going to be as high as it was. was,
Yeah, they're gonna be
say,
dropped at least third or fourth
24
round,
hours ago.
second round. They're gonna be dropped at least second, third round to fourth round in that range if they do come out.
Yeah, I think. See, I think the smarter choice is to go back, but I do think both of them are going to declare for the draft, and I know their draft stock's going to be down between the second and the fourth. And another guy you could make a comparison to is JOK. Look how far he has fallen on the draft boards the year prior, or the year prior, and he fell all the way to like the mid fourth round. So I mean, when teams don't find, but I do think that's some good talent there with Michi and Jameson Williams, but I do think they are going to go out in the draft. But I think smarter choice is stay another year, try to rehab that injury, and then try to get back at it in the next year's draft. But maybe that's just how I see it.
Donte making me want some chicken. But no, Bennett, his stats was 7 for 26, 224 yards and 2 touchdowns. White didn't do too bad carrying the ball. He had 84 yards and a touchdown. And Cook also had 76 yards. And then Mitchell and Bowers had a touchdown each. And then on defense, He had that pick six. Bryce Young throwing for 57 yards. I mean, throwing for 57 times. That's a lot.
Yeah.
57 times. 369, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. That's a lot to be throwing. 57 times. But since Jameson Wilson was down, Latu had 5 receptions, 102 yards, and a touchdown. Robinson Jr., 68 yards. Alabama had 7 penalties. Georgia had 10. Definitely, it was a defensive game in the beginning. I thought it was going to be an all field goal game because one time I looked, it was 9-3 or 9-6. I was like, okay, this is a good defensive game. And then that second half, it blew up. Once Williams went down, it was a wrap after that. Definitely was a wrap after that. Shout out to the city of Atlanta. Y'all got a national championship. Y'all got the Braves World Series. So looking up, all y'all do need to fix the Falcons now. Y'all be doing something because the Hawks is okay. You got to fix the Falcons. So I don't know how long Matty Ice.
I don't know if the Thrashers even have a Stanley Cup. If I'm not mistaken. Was it the Atlanta Thrashers? I don't even know what their hockey team is.
I don't know if they still have the Atlanta team.
I gotta Google search that. That's a good.
I don't know if they still have the hockey team.
Because I had never thought about it that way.
They did. I was like, who the hell has hockey in Georgia? It's hot. That's just like the Coyotes. Why would you put hockey in Phoenix? Why are you putting hockey?
That's a good question.
That made no sense. But
yeah, they're still there.
They're still there?
Yeah, they're still in Georgia. They're still there.
Wow. All right. This head coach.
Oh, now they're the Winnipeg Jets, apparently.
Oh, they moved them.
Yeah. Because they've been in Atlanta since 2011. 2011 was the last year in Atlanta.
Okay. Head coaching gigs is now available. Ooh. Some people are on the market. Some people deserve to get fired, and some people didn't. We all know Brian. I don't think we all agree that Brian Flores should not have got canned. He definitely.
He should not have.
Team around. And then, he was coming around with that team.
Well, that's too many throws. No, too many pass attempts in a single game.
So, definitely. But where do you see these other coaches going? Do they get head coaching gigs again, or do they get coordinator spots? Donte, who's going to pick who up?
Hey, guess what? I'm gonna tell you this. Everybody know I said it early on in the Philly podcast when I was over there with my boy AK. I strongly 1,000,000% disagree with the firing of Ryan Flores for the adversity that they faced, and he ended up losing his job and finished one game out of the playoff picture. And him to make that franchise back irrelevant, I don't like that firing at all. And I will say it again, I disagree with the firing. But you can see Ryan Flores. I'm telling you, I would look for the Giants since they fired Joe Judge. Don't be surprised if the Giants come calling for Ryan Flores. Don't be surprised.
They need somebody.
He
Put
already
that
got
deal
the
out there.
Bears.
calls in Chicago.
The Bears.
I was thinking
Okay.
Chicago because I did drop a video earlier, kind of
Mike
talking
Zimmer,
about
I
it.
heard Mike Zimmer get fired. I heard Mike Zimmer got fired. Did he
Yeah,
got
Mike.
fired?
We all knew Mike Zimmer and the
Yeah,
GM
I
was
called
going to
it
get fired.
before
But for
We all
me,
knew Matt Nagy was going to get fired in Chicago. We all knew that.
oh yeah,
I
that
called-
was
I called
that was a
Mike Zimmer
given.
earlier this year. It's a lot of places. I think Ryan Flores is going to get a lot of interviews. But when I want to call that, the Giants will get Ryan Flores. That's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with him landing with
Could
the
be.
Giants.
Could be.
I'm gonna go with him landing
That's
with the
true.
Giants.
But for me, I think the most sense for me, I think it's Chicago because they got some great young talent over there. Because look what Brian Flores did with Tua this season. Turn from a
Definitely did that with Justin Fields.
oh, absolutely. Because
yeah.
just because obviously not having Matt Nagy anymore and not even have a boneheaded GM and Ryan Pace to fuck it up. So I mean, I think that makes sense to have Brian Flores because I mean. It's going to come down to either the Giants or Chicago is probably going to be the top two.
Denver looking at him too since Vic Fangio.
Yeah, well, and Denver's also looking at other players like.
I forgot Denver fired their coach.
Yeah,
I
Nick
forgot
Fangio.
about that.
Yeah, Big Fangio. Yep.
And Pat Shermer too.
Yep. Don't be.
I forgot
sure.
that happened. I guess
The
that
two
must have
places
happened
I'm
during that
gonna call
crazy
out
week
Ryan Flores
18.
on is the Giants, and don't be
And-
surprised if the Broncos. Any team will look to interview Ryan Flores. I'm gonna say Byron Leftwich with the Jaguars. I'm gonna go with Leftwich with the Jaguars because that
That's
makes
right.
sense.
They need a coach too. Yeah.
He can be
You
the
know what, that
coach, and
makes
he was a
sense.
player. He was a quarterback player over there. I'm gonna go Ryan Flores with the Giants and Leftwich with the Jaguars. Those are my two destinations for those teams right there.
I wouldn't mind Vic or Zimmer. Gannon can go with the Eagles. He can get a head coaching gig for all I care. I know he's not getting a head coaching gig, but I'm just saying
That would be funny though if he did.
That'll be hilarious if he did. But we need a defensive minded coach.
We need someone with veteran defensive who actually knows how to call a veteran defensive coordinator.
Mike Zimmer, and Big Fangio.
That's what I was saying
Or the
because
defensive coordinators the Eagles could have, and Jonathan Gannon go get a head coaching job somewhere else.
How about
Big Fangio and Mike Zimmer.
Jonathan Gannon to Jacksonville.
Mike Zimmer definitely needs a defensive coordinator job wherever he is because he's so defensive minded. So wherever he goes, he definitely needs.
Come to Philly because Jonathan Gannon can go.
Sure, he can come to Philly.
A lot of people are getting calls. Dan Quinn's getting called for Denver job. Gannon, couple people from Green Bay, one of their coordinators. I wouldn't mind. I could see Flores.
Green Bay ain't getting rid of nobody.
I could easily see Flores going to Denver. I mean, they got a nice little young talent up there. Good defense. I know Eric.
Yeah, they got young.
Getting some jobs. Denver.
Hopefully, because I think Bieniemy can make a good head coach.
So, but we'll see if anybody gives them.
Yeah, he's got. Well, I mean, Bieniemy's guided the Chiefs to Super Bowls. The last few years. So yeah, he could guide anybody.
Definitely coming from that Andy Reid tree. So
right. I mean, he's part of that family tree.
Yeah, probably one of the greatest Eagles head coaches of all time. I don't want to toot the old bias horn.
No, you're right. He's been 14 years at the Eagles. It was just time to go, and then he goes and he gets Super Bowl.
And we boot him out of town too. But I do think, and this is why I think I like Bieniemy. But this is what pisses me off is apparently his past is what's keeping him from getting a job. I don't know if that's true or not, because I don't know, man. Because I have high hopes for Bieniemy getting. Actually, maybe I didn't. Oh, well, I need to see what Spotlight needs to say about that. Coach Spotlight about Mike Zimmer or Flores going to the Raiders.
No, I mean, I think they would like Flores over there if they can't keep Bisaccia, but I think he wouldn't mind Flores for the Raider Nation.
Flores can come the hell to the Raiders. Hell yeah.
Tell him, coach. I love Ryan Flores, man. Something about that guy,
Yeah.
I
I
love him,
understand
man.
Rich Bisaccia has done an amazing job for the Las Vegas Raiders, but I refuse. I refuse if I will go insane if we don't get Brian Flores. But it's good coaches out there. Don't get me wrong. Just don't bring Pat Sherm, don't bring Schumer, don't bring Zimmer. Don't bring those guys. You don't want those.
I think the Raiders should just keep whoever's coaching them right now because they're in the playoffs.
Okay. As a Raiders fan, I don't know if you watched that game on Sunday.
Of course I did.
How that Raiders defense gave up 6 fourth downs in the fourth quarter. Do you want to keep a coordinator like that?
That whole ending of the game was.
Then we have an offensive coordinator that ran the same play back to back on one drive and expected it to execute on the second drive. The thing about it is about the Las Vegas Raiders, we have the oldest head coaching staff in the league. We have a bunch of grandpas and great grandpas in our staff. There's nobody under the age of 60 on our staff.
What?
That got to go. I think the only person that probably is young on there is Rob Milas, and he's a cornerbacks coach. But Gus Bradley, he's like 60 years old. Rich Bisaccia, about 75. Ron Millinari, about 80. Like, come on.
Oh, no, I forgot y'all got Ron Marinelli.
Yeah, we got Ron Millinari. So I'm just sitting here thinking, like, okay, these young kids ain't going to listen to these grandpas. It's just not. So bring in Brian Flores, bring in somebody young that a coach that can relate to these players.
What are we talking?
Eric,
Yeah, what's up?
you've been hiding from me. Have you?
Hiding from what?
You know,
He's been hiding from all of us.
Oh, you're talking about our loss today?
Yeah, coach, you've been
Not just a loss.
Eric
It was
been trying to hide.
not just a loss. It was an ass whooping.
It was
You
by
talking about
4
UFC?
USC. He been talking about them damn USC Trojans. Basketball, they ain't played
It
no
is what
goddamn
it
body.
is,
They
man.
took an L to
The last thing I'm
a
gonna say is this before I stay in the background, just to let you know, y'all was number 5th in the country, and Stanford was unranked, and y'all got spanked.
Wow.
We lost by 4 points.
Y'all lost by
That's
6.
thinking.
Y'all didn't lose by 4.
What?
Y'all lost by 6.
The fact that Stanford is unranked and y'all was number 5 is still considered an ass whooping because y'all wasn't supposed to lose to them.
The fact all for you, man.
It's like y'all talking like you lost by like 40.
I know, bro, we didn't get smacked. We just lost by 6. And
I can completely understand that, but this team was not ranked in the country at all.
So your
You
team
guys
still
lost
play
to
with
an
heart,
unranked
right? I mean,
team.
when you
They're
lose
the
by
number-
6, you still play with heart.
You
and all
Tennessee
that.
played,
They're the number- they're the number 5 team in the country.
too.
That means
They can't be talking like that.
That means there was 4 other teams better than them in the nation. We talking about the whole United
We
States of
played
America.
Oklahoma
Which
State, who
Stanford
was
was probably
actually
ranked-
good.
Stanford was probably ranked 135 in the standings, and nobody would have knew.
I mean, they outplayed us. Shit. What do you want me to say? Like, they outplayed
Hey,
us.
Eric, we
I'm
play
saying,
somebody.
what do you want me to say? Like,
We play
like,
somebody,
no,
Eric. Y'all don't play nobody. We play
bro,
somebody
you played
that's
an
good.
unranked team too. Like, it
All
doesn't
right, but
matter.
Oklahoma State was good. They're better than Stanford.
Hold on.
Oklahoma State better than Stanford.
Oh,
Tennessee
my
was
God.
ranked 18th, and LSU was ranked 21st. So we're not going to do that.
And Oklahoma State is actually a good basketball team. They play in a tough conference. Big 12. We got 4 ranked guys. We got 4 ranked teams in the Big 12. Come
We
on
got
now.
3.
And
By
we got 4 though. We got 4
3
teams.
ranked, and you guys got 4. That's 1 more ranked, bro. You're making
doesn't
it seem.
matter.
First, you say we got smacked.
Oklahoma
but
State
it
can
was
beat
6
Stanford
points.
right now.
And then you
But
say
it ain't about that.
They play
We'll
one when you
yo.
already have 4 ranked teams and we have 3. You're not about
We'll
to
just
do
move
that.
on to the
You're not
NFL,
about to
Eric.
do
I'll
that.
get to you
You're not
later,
about to do
Eric.
that.
We'll just
You're
move
not about
on
to do
to the
Just
NFL.
to know,
We'll get
Eric,
to you later, Eric.
After that loss to an unranked team, y'all will not be in the top 10 in the next couple of days. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. So just be aware. Just be aware that SC would not be in the top 10 after losing to an unranked team.
Yeah, they'll drop to like 20.
So, so Eric, we was talking about the head coaching vacancies that's available, trying to see where everybody gets moved at. And Damien had said Zimmer or Flores to the Raiders. How do you feel about that?
Zimmer,
Is that
what the
Dinky
hell?
again with his hot takes?
Zimmer to the Raiders? What?
No, Eric, I'll take Flores over.
Come on,
Yeah, I'll
Damien.
take 4. Hey, get after yesterday Sunday's performance of that 4th down. Yeah, hell yeah, Gus Bradley out, man. I was vouching for him, but damn, dude, that was pathetic. Yeah. Get Brian Flores to the Raiders at defensive coordinator, or Vic
So would y'all
Fangio.
take Zim?
You say what?
Would you take Zimmer as a defensive?
When you talking about for the Houston Texans?
No, just in general.
No, the
No.
I don't
Raiders.
know.
Yeah.
I think me personally, I
Yup.
think he's better off as a DC than he is
Yup.
as a head coach.
Yep.
Take him as a
Yeah.
DC.
You can take him as a defensive coordinator because he
I
coaches
just don't want him
defense.
to come to the Raiders. He's just too old. No.
Yeah, we need like
I mean, Zimmer's always been defensive minded, right?
We
And
don't-
he's
we-
always
we
been
don't-
a defensive
Yeah.
coach,
We don't,
even though he's
we
a
don't
head
need-
coach.
We don't need players that have
Right, I
6
mean-
children, and all them 6 children got 3 kids each. So he's a great grandpa. He's a great
Yeah.
granddad.
Like I say, I'll take Brian.
No.
Like I said, Brian Flores or Vic Fangio to defensive coordinator for the Raiders.
I'm telling y'all, mark my words. Byron Leftwich to the Jaguars, and Ryan Flores can go anywhere right now since he's going to be the hot coaching name right now. He can go anywhere. He can be interviewed anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Brian Flores to the Giants. That's my bold prediction. I'm going to say him to the Giants.
Brian Leftwich just sounds like a Jacksonville Jaguar. I don't know what it is.
And Harbaugh or Kellen Moore to the Raiders. Harbaugh or Kellen Moore to the Raiders, to the Las Vegas Raiders.
You think the team actually bring Kellen Moore out
Who?
from Dallas?
Kellen Moore, the offense.
Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore. Look, my name is Kellen Moore looking for a head coaching job. He's not going to go somewhere to go from an OC to an OC. That's not going to happen.
I think Kellen Moore would make a great head coach for the Raiders.
I'm just kind of nervous about his inexperience as a head
That's
coach.
true too.
That's my only problem I have with it.
For me, I care about more of the coordinators, Like we just need that offensive mind that's gonna do unique plays, not this bull run again.
run it, not play for the tie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like we're not even Derrick Henry and shit. We don't got Derrick Henry shit. We're acting like we got him or Jonathan Taylor, and we keep running.
They actually got Jared Mayo interviewing to be head coach for Denver.
Who the heck is he?
I remember he was playing with New England. Couple other interviews: Eric Bieniemy from the Chiefs, Jonathan Gannon from the Eagles, Luke Getsy from Green Bay, Aaron Glenn from Detroit, Nathaniel Hackett from Green Bay, Jared Mayo.
Oh, speaking of Detroit, you know who did get fired yesterday, and I saw was Anthony Lynn got fired yesterday.
Yeah.
He might be looking for a head coach.
I love the fact that they fired that scrub of an offensive play caller. He's a scrub of an offensive play.
No, Dan Campbell ended up doing most of the play calls second half of the season anyway. So yeah, he needed to go, but he might be looking for a head coaching job now.
If somebody give him a head coaching job just in the season, just like the Jets.
Jets. Jets.
Just end the season.
Hey, all I know is I know for a damn fact if the Raiders would have lost on Sunday, we would have been in this carousel too. Rich Bisaccia would have been gone. Probably Gus Bradley would have been gone. Everything would have been
That you know what? I could see. I can't disagree with that.
I'm just happy we didn't have to go through that. We got one more week of football. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we got
All
Goulion
right, so let's
coming
break
to.
down.
well, hey,
So let's
in the
break
playoffs, everybody
down
starts
the-
0-0, right?
Hey, it's a fresh new slate.
Yep.
That's what's.
Let's
That's
break
right. Everybody
down
starts 0-0.
It's just that
break
25 degrees
down
in
this-
Cincy.
wild card weekend.
Oh Lord.
Oh
this
God.
is gonna be interesting.
Oh Lord.
All right, so Saturday, we got 3 games on Saturday. Up first is the Las Vegas Chargers.
Oh,
Up
whoa,
Raiders.
whoa.
Yeah, I had to grab it on my brain because y'all was talking about Anthony Lynn. Relax.
We about to cancel culture with Key in the building. Man. It's like no.
Oh.
We got the Raiders going
Just to
up
give y'all
against-
a heads up. Spotlight will be there on Saturday to do the Raiders.
Okay, for sure. Oh yeah, Spotlight. I had to say one more thing. I'd rather just. I mean, I'll probably text it to you, but I should be good Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm not going anywhere.
All right, just text me that so we can get that
For sure.
figured out.
All right. Anyway,
All right, so we
where were we?
got these games. So again, it's Vegas up against Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and the Bengals. Now the Bengals did beat them in the regular season. This looks like this out for a revenge game. So Dante, I'm gonna start with you. I got a couple questions here. So who wins this game and who's gonna be the X factor?
Oh my God! So coming into the playoffs, you know, thanks. You know, I told y'all if the Chargers do not make the playoffs, and I know Jake should be kicking himself in the behind. You know, the Houston Texans. That was the biggest loss of the season for the Chargers. That was the biggest loss for the
Oh
season.
yeah, I remember that one.
Actually put them out of the playoffs. Right there, that game right there put them out. Basically, put them out. But the Raiders, I don't trust in this defense for the Raiders. Don't y'all know how many fourth downs they gave up now, including you know, that catch that probably wasn't a catch, but that doesn't negate how many fourth downs that they gave up. They gave up so many fourth downs. It was so many guys set in that damn soft zone, and the guys was wide open. It was just pitiful, and it was just ridiculous that night. The Bengals have a little bit of a better defense. They have a good safety in Jesse Bates.
Before
They
you
have
go down
wide
there, I
receivers.
just want to throw this out there.
Go ahead, Coach.
This is not really a hot take. This is actually a stat. Joe Burrow is the number one quarterback in the league that gets sacked the most.
Yeah.
So just take a look out for that front four for the Raiders. That's that offensive line versus that defensive line is going to be the factor in who wins this game.
Yeah. So I think it's tough because the Cincinnati Bengals legit got three good receivers. Jamar Chase is a great receiver. You can see that from a mile away now after this rookie season. Tyler Boyd is a quiet, good receiver that nobody really actually talk about that much. T. Higgins is very good. Even a tight end, CJ Muzama, they got a stud running back, and Joe Burrow. The only real weakness of that offense is that offensive line. How would they fare up against Crosby and those guys, Agakwe and all of those guys, and Masick? How would they fare against those guys? But other around, Bengals offense and their defense looks better than the Raiders, but the Bengals have not yet to won a playoff game. They have yet every time they have lost the first round, every single time. But dude, this is a different coach. This is a different team. It's kind of a tough game. Want to go with the Raiders right here. And you know what? I'm going to take Derek Carr and the Raiders right here. I'm going to take them. The hottest team in the playoffs. The hottest team that's going into the playoffs. I think I think they can disrupt Joe Burrow, even though the loss from this year, that loss won't matter if they lose this week. If they can beat them this week, that loss won't matter in the regular season. I think the Raiders can make them. Who the X factor? Like I said again, I believe they got to get the running game going. They have to get the running game going, and the receivers have to get open. I know I can trust Hunter Renfrow. I know I can trust him on third down situation. Darren Waller was non-existent the other night, but I think they doubled him. I think they took him out of the game. And you're gonna need your receivers to make some big catches.
They didn't have D-Jax either.
And the running game will be a factor in this game. So I'm gonna go with the running game and Josh Jacobs and this offensive line for the Raiders. I think that's a big X factor as well. That's how you get that defense of Cincinnati to play back off you. And Derek Carr needs to be the ball needs to be in his hands a lot. The ball needs to be in Derek Carr's hands a lot. So I'm gonna the S factor will be Derek Carr in this game, in this running game, Josh Jacobs. That's two S factors for the Raiders in this game. And for the Bengals, this offensive line definitely got to hold up. And Joe Burrow, his first playoff game, it's a lot of pressure. Those are the S factors for the Bengals.
Robert, who you got?
I'm going to go with the Raiders because like Donte said, they are the last 4 weeks. They are 4-0, so they're the hottest team coming in. Like Joe Burrow, obviously a rookie quarterback, is known to be sacked a ton of times, and we saw that sometime this year and a lot last year. I do think the Raiders have a lot to prove. Well, not say a lot to prove, but just got to get that running game going. I do think Josh Jacobs is a great running back, but he's just got to stop doing that finesse bullshit and start running upfield. Because if he can start running upfield, Josh Jacobs cannot be caught. And because I think he's going to be the X factor offensively, but defensively, I'm saying Max Crosby is going to be the X factor on the defensive end of the football. Because think about this, it's like if you took that game against the Chargers, Max Crosby balled out. I've never seen Max Crosby ball out before. And that was the first time I've ever watched Max Crosby play. And I do think he's going to be one of the X factors on the defensive end of the football. And I think Josh Jacobs is the offensive X factor. And with Cincinnati, you better pray for their O-line to hold up against that hopefully need that decent pass rush. But I'm going to go with the Raiders because I think, obviously, with the hottest team coming in, I think the Raiders are going to take this against Cincinnati.
Brendan, who you got?
I have this game going to overtime. Sorry, Raiders fans. Because I just see a clash of, Derek Carr and the hottest team in the league right now versus the Jamar Chase show, which I think Jamar Chase will show up this week. I think he's going to be a huge contributor to the Bengals. I see this game being extremely close. If I have to give the edge, I think I would go Bengals just because I feel like Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, I think the two of them together are those kind of playmakers can show up late in the game when it matters the most. I mean, yes, the Raiders defense will be out there. Yes, they'll, get the sacks and all that early in the game. But I think when it matters most, I think we're going to see Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. But I think that will be in overtime.
Okay. Eric, who you got?
This game. Look, let me tell you something about this game, right? When they met up in the regular season, I've talked to a lot of people and they all said we're gonna get smacked. But let me tell y'all, that 32-13 game, 19 of those 32 points have came from the fourth quarter, and it was in garbage time where the Raiders weren't even trying no more. You could just tell off that game, and that's when Joe Mixon went off. And everybody wants to talk about this trio, which is arguably one of the best trio and wide receiver core in the league right now. But the thing is, if people remember, they're like, how is the Raiders quarterbacks going to shape up against these three? Well, let me tell you, Tyler Boyd in that game had 49 yards. Jamar Chase had 32 yards. And T. Higgins had 15 off that 32-13 win. I mean, 32-13 win. So we could stop them. It's just the question where it falls. Are we going to see the same Bengals team we've seen the past few weeks? Are we going to see the same team that we've seen with the Raiders? It's who brings more heart. We've seen this season that you can't count people out. Jacksonville beat the Colts. The Lions beat the Cardinals, right? You never know it's every given Sunday. I'm going to give the edge, like overall team-wise, to the Bengals, but I feel like the Raiders have more heart. They got more to play for. They know they're the underdogs. And another factor in this game is going to be 30. Let me see. I have a stat right here. 27 degrees in Cincy. Derek Carr is 0-5 against – Derek Carr is 0-5 against 37 degrees or less whenever he plays in 37 degrees and less. So that's going to be a big factor. But I know Derek Carr, he's playing for a lot. So I'm going to give it – I always go against the Raiders because then we win. So I'm going to go with the Bengals like I did the past 4 weeks and we won. So I'm going to continue that streak. So,
I got a quick question for Eric.
Yeah.
Now you said it was garbage time, right? When the when they were getting all those points and yards. What was the score in the fourth quarter? Going into the fourth quarter of that game.
See. I'll double check right now.
What's going on, Jeff?
That's 6 and 7, 10. 13-6.
That wasn't garbage time.
Well, I meant like if you look at the game, they stopped. I didn't mean it by garbage time. But if you go rewatch the game, the full game, you'll see that they started being depleted. Like they didn't look like they wanted to be out there. Now this team that we're looking at with the Raiders right now is a team that wants to be out there. It's a whole different beast from that day, because that day we remember we were going on a losing streak after that whole news broke out, and it looked like the Raiders were quitting. Now it doesn't look like they're quitting. So this is a whole different Raiders team.
Rather if they quit or not, that still wasn't garbage time. The game was close.
Well, I didn't mean that's why I said I used the wrong terms.
The game was close, but we knew the game was close, but we knew that the Raiders checked out. That's what we knew.
They were,
We knew the Raiders checked out, even though the game was at 13-6, they still checked out. We seen that happen. That defense definitely checked out. Their offense checked out. That team checked out. But this is going to be the factor. It's going to be. I'm sorry, Derek Carr got to have the ball in his hands, but if it's going to be that type of weather, it's going to be a Josh Jacobs day. Yeah. I'm sorry to say, it has to be. That's a Josh Jacobs day. Him in. He got to have 30 carries or more to win this game. And I feel like we could run the ball on the Cincinnati Bengals. We just seen these cats not too long ago. People saying they this, they that, but they're beatable just like every other team that's in this playoffs. They're just as beatable. And we've seen a lot of teams that come into playoffs that came in as the wild card and go to the Super Bowl recently in recent years. So we've seen it don't have to be the number 1 seed, it don't have to be a number 2 seed, it don't have to be a number 3 seed. You could be 5, 6, and 7 and still make it to the Super Bowl. So I'm not saying the Raiders are going to make it to the Super Bowl, but I say it's definitely not going to be in a walk in the park. And you got to see the last four of the 5 games that we played, we were on the road, and we played better on the road than we play at home.
Yeah,
and we just shut down one of the best running backs in football in Jonathan Taylor. So Joe Mixon, you got a field day for you too. But I'm still picking the Cincinnati Bengals because every time I pick against the Raiders win. So I'm gonna just keep doing
the same thing.
Goulet.
Hey guys, what's up?
I don't know, Goulet.
What's up?
Good. Just
getting off work. Here and Brian Flores might get interviews by Chicago.
Card weekend.
I'm ready for wild card weekend, sort of in a way. About to literally,
who isn't ready? Who isn't?
Because let's be honest, I'm low key still a little bit pissed off that from that Bears and Vikings atrocious of a game. But hey, it's all good because you know why? 2 of the 3 cancers face their judgment day. But unfortunately, the third biggest cancer of them all, the man known as Ted Phillips, the man that's having relationships with George McCaskey's sister or whatever, is still going to be the president. And apparently, George feels so bad for his brother-in-law that he's keeping him for another year because apparently Ted will retire in the year of 2023. But Lord. Yeah, I know. But here's the funny thing, though. You're not firing your brother-in-law. The same guy who hired Ryan Pace, the same man who hired Mark Trestman, the same man who fired Lovie Smith. You're keeping him around. He's been our president for 20 plus years. This is pathetic.
Yeah, he gotta go. He gotta go.
He gotta go, but he ain't going. He got one more year. But the one thing I found very interesting is that George is not letting Ted Phillips run day-to-day football operations. In other words, he won't be in charge of GMing. He won't be in charge of coaching, hiring. So basically, all Ted Phillips is gonna do is sit there and be decrepit. He's just gonna be a mute. He's gonna be a skeleton while all these GMs and coaches comes around.
And I know you're probably happy that I made a video about Brian Flores getting an interview with Chicago.
Oh, I'm so freaking happy, but I have a funny feeling they're gonna fuck that up.
Who's got in this game?
All right, Raiders and Bengals. The Bungles have upgraded to Bengals. The Bengals are back. This will be the first time we've seen Joe Burrow in a NFL playoff game, which I'm very excited to see. This will be Derek Carr's first playoff game in what? How long, D? About 5 years? 4 to 5 years?
20 years.
So this is very interesting.
2016.
2016? So yeah, I'm very excited for that. Very, very excited. But I'm not taking anything. I'm not taking anything away from the Raiders, because that game on Sunday, oh my God, I stayed up all the way till 12:30 to watch the end of that game and to watch the live stream as well. But the fact that everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Thanks.
I know a lot of you guys believe that the Raiders are the hottest team going into the playoffs, but to me, be honest, I think San Fran kind of took that title just a bit. San Fran and maybe Cincinnati. Once again, I'm sorry, Raiders fans, you guys are going to have anxiety again, because I believe this will go to 2 overtimes, not 1.
Damn.
With us,
You can have 2 overtimes in the playoffs. That's right.
2 overtimes, and it's going to take the miracle of a field goal kick. And Raiders, don't get mad at me for this. I want Cincinnati to win, because if the Raiders beat Cincinnati, it'll be the worst case scenario for the Raiders. They'll keep Gus Bradley. They'll keep, Bill Goldberg Sr., which I think Bill Goldberg Sr. actually could be your next head coach. But Gus Bradley, the ball's on his court. Can he adjust his defense? Can he not have his defense be conservative, especially when you're having a dynamic duo of Burrow and Chase out there? If he plays conservative, Cincinnati will win. If he doesn't, the Raiders will win. But it'll be the worst case scenario. So personally, I want the Raiders to get better, even though their fan base is going to be ugh, but it's not Cowboy ugh, but it's still ugh. I'm going with Cincinnati by 3, 33-30, 2 overtime victory.
Really, you know that in the last couple of weeks you picked against the Raiders and we won.
Let him
Keep doing it.
Let him.
That's what I'm saying. Just keep doing it.
Yeah. I mean, the
just
good
wanna
luck
say
is on your
something.
side, right? I mean,
Yes, I'm not. I didn't pick them to win either. I picked the Bengals to win. But I'm just saying.
The last time I picked the Raiders to win, it was what week 16?
You picked them. You picked them against you. I think you picked them against the Washington football team.
Yeah.
Did y'all beat Washington? But did they win? Did they beat Washington?
No,
Yeah.
we lost when you picked.
No.
The
Washington beat them. Remember that was
Washington beat.
Washington beat them.
no, yeah, that was back when Washington was still trying to hunt.
When I
Yeah,
pick
that's right.
y'all, so basically it's the Minnesota curse. Okay, that makes sense. So every time I pick y'all lose. And I kind of need y'all to lose so that way Mark Davis can open up his eyes, the lazy Garfield looking fuck. And low-key open his eyes and see see that this is not working, mostly in the defensive coordinating position, and just see. But at the same time, every time I don't pick y'all somehow win.
Gully, me and Eric has been like this the last 4 weeks. We have not picked our Raiders the last 4 weeks. And
Yeah.
we're 4-0. So I'm keeping it that way.
And they won. Yeah. Spotlight's got to keep it that way.
I'm gonna go with coincidence here. I'm still gonna keep Cincinnati.
All I know is I hate fake accounts because I just seen Westbrook traded and I thought it was real and I was about to celebrate and it wasn't real. I was gonna be
Dude, hey man, Westbrook's not getting traded. But hey, Tobias Harris and freaking
Signed a big
Ben
deal.
Simmons gonna be traded for Atlanta. I swear, if you guys get Josh Collins and a first round pick, dude.
Oh my god.
All right, so we got the night game for Sunday set for the Bills and the Patriots to fight yet again. Third time would be a charm for somebody. First meeting, the Patriots ran all down Buffalo's throats. The Bills came back in the next game and won that. So who ends this rubber match? Eric, I'm gonna start with you.
Is it in Buffalo or New England? It's in Buffalo, right? I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills here.
It should be.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, it's in Buffalo.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
Eric, you want to bet? You want to bet?
Oh, my
shit.
It's
God.
gonna be 4 degrees.
Oh,
Wait, no, Eric, I'm not
oh,
playing with
damn.
you.
Oh,
We're
damn.
not-
Oh, is it
we're not
really?
betting.
Wait. I can't bet after that 4 degrees shit.
Yeah, I was really trolling you, Eric. It's fine. It's fine.
That first time they met up, it was like 4 degrees, and we all seen what happened when they were just running, and Mac Jones only threw 3 times and they won. I think, you know what? Still give me the Bengals. What the hell? The Buffalo Bills. I'm gonna keep saying it. I know everybody says it's a dumb take, but I've been saying it, and ever since I said it, the Patriots have been 0-2 against the Colts and the Bills. When I called them not the team, they're not the hottest team, and they weren't even on the streak. And look at what happened when I said it. So I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills here. I think third time's a charm, like you said, Key, and I think Josh Allen is not going to throw too much, but I think they'll finally get the run game going. Maybe some raid options or something. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills here. I'm going to say they're going to win by 28-24.
Who do you think the X factor will be in this game?
I think Josh Allen, because we always seen when Josh Allen crumbles, they lose. And when Josh Allen doesn't crumble, they win. So I'm going to go with Josh Allen here as the X factor. I think another X factor could be the running backs, because the Patriots are going to know that, oh, Buffalo is not a running team, so it should be easy. But if they could get their run game going, they'll catch them off guard. And Bill Belichick has to do Bill Belichick things in order to beat them. So I'm going to just go with the Buffalo Bills here because of that. And the X factor is Josh Allen and his defense.
Donte.
I'm gonna go with the New England Patriots on this game. The X factor is going to be, I'm going to give it to Matt Jones. I believe they will be aggressive. I don't believe they'll be aggressive. I believe they're going to rely on the running game again, but I believe he's going to attempt more than 3 goddamn passes. So, again, I'm going to go with the Patriots in a close game. I'm going to go with the Patriots 20. I'm going to go with them 23 to 20. I'm going to go with them 23 to 20. New England. I think Bill Belichick, like I say, he always gonna find a way and find the right game plan. He's gonna take away Stephon Diggs, and he's gonna make. I know you got Dawson Knox over there. Bill Belichick's gonna find a way to make some adjustments, and then they're gonna rely heavily on Harrison and Stevenson as well. I'm gonna take the Patriots in this game, and Kendrick Bourne has always also been good as well for the New England Patriots as well. So I'm going to take the New England Patriots. I'll take Bill. I trust Bill Belichick to make the right adjustments, and I believe Matt Jones is going to throw more than 3 goddamn times this time. So I'm going with the Patriots 23 to 17, 23 to 20 in this game.
Brendan, who you got?
Well, if you say, Key, that it's going to be 4 degrees, we're going to have another low-scoring game, 17-16 kind of game. I mean, if we, what was it, 14 was any indication of what's going to happen, maybe it was 13. I think it's going to be similar. I think there's going to be a lot of running the football, and I don't know if this is really a good matchup for Mac Jones because it is his first playoff game, and I don't think the weather. I mean, it's a good matchup for him, but I don't think the weather's going to play out for him, so we can see the real Mac Jones. I think the X factor. I agree with Eric. Will be Josh Allen, because I think they'll use him a lot in the draw plays and RPOs and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, I'm going 17-16, and I'm going to pick the Bills. I feel like they find a way to win. That's the reason they're the number. What are they? 2 or 3 seed in the conference. That's why they won the division. They always find ways to win, no matter what.
Actually, Buffalo won the division. Buffalo.
Right, they won the division.
Buffalo won the division. They won the division.
Yep.
Right.
Buffalo won, and then,
so that's why I'm saying
the Patriots slid down to number 6.
Yeah,
Buffalo was 3. Buffalo was 3.
But Buffalo's going to find a way to win. I feel like they're used to playing in this weather, and I feel like they're going to find a way. But it's going to be one of those close games, 17-16 kind of games.
Schoolie, who you got in this one?
Patriots. I mean, there's nothing really to say because I've actually had the Patriots. Oh God, yeah, this is more of a big reach than Mitch's reach. I had the Pats making the Super Bowl. I really did at a point because the defense alone and Mac Jones, literally, just those two big X factors and the biggest X factor of the ball. Bill Belichick, never underestimate the hoodie. First thing you got to do is make Josh Allen uncomfortable. I've noticed about Allen. Once he gets uncomfortable, he starts throwing like just like overthrows his receivers. He like panics. The only thing really that the Bills can do to win that game is to not out coach Belichick, but you have to. It's like a human game of chess with him. You have to be on point. You got to be on point because that's what football is. Like when you coach, it's a game of human chess. But unfortunately, I don't trust Dermott, and I don't trust Allen to get it done, even if it is in Buffalo. Matt Jones, this will be his first. I'm excited about that. Yeah, I got the Patriots winning, and unfortunately, I have to agree with the bowl cut wonder and his beautiful hot takes that can make that can make Ray Charles be cured of his blindness.
Calling him bowl cut wonder.
23-10 is going to be my score, and the Pats will win. Defense will get 2 pick sixes in this game.
For me,
Damn.
I'm going to go Buffalo because obviously, I mean, we all know what Josh Allen can do when he's not rattled, but obviously this is Mac Jones' first playoff game, so there's going to be a little bit of pressure there. Not to mention Buffalo is at home, and we know that Buffalo plays well at home at most of the time. But for me, the X factor, other than Josh Allen, is probably good. If they can get the running game going, don't be surprised if Devin Singletary goes off to help with that running game. And obviously, Josh Allen is probably the primary X factor, but I think Singletary is probably going to be the secondary X factor. If the defense holds up, I think it's going to be a 20-16 victory for the Buffalo Bills because it's going to be very close. That's all I had to say on the Buffalo Bills.
That was your two Saturday games, and Sunday's games gets down to the nitty gritty. Games on Sunday.
Oh,
Of course, the first game is going to be the Philadelphia Eagles going into Tampa Bay against the Bucks. Rob, I'll let you go first here. Who are you taking, and who's the X factor in this game?
For me, obviously, it's the Eagles, and the X factor should be the running game. If they can if they can keep that efficiency and play great defense, I think Tampa Bay is a beatable team. Granted, this still has Tom Brady on the other end, but we've beat Tom Brady before, and we can certainly do it again. And like, was it? I think either Gooley or somebody on the panel said any team is beatable, no matter how stacked they are. And we see the Rams fold. We see how good the Rams are. They collapsed in the final game of the year. I do think. Yeah. Well, that's Colts too. But everybody's even Colts fans want to get rid of Carson Wentz already.
Dude, Dub is so depressed, so he might be a free agent. So if I were any of you guys, you guys could get an up and coming rapper as part of your fan base.
But with all that jokes aside, I do think the Eagles going into this has obviously that last game of the year was meaningless, but obviously we're having our full starters healthy, and Devontae Smith is probably going to go. I think, like I said, the X factor is going to be the running game, and probably Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni in the running game is going to be the X factor for the Philadelphia Eagles, and Jonathan Gannon, I swear to motherfucking God, if you do make the right adjustments by the end of the year, you can just get out of here if you don't make those adjustments. But I do think I think this is going to be, I'm going to say 28-7. I'm going to say 28-17 Philadelphia.
Dante.
Do I have to pick this game? Actually, I kind of want to go with the. I kind of want to go with Coach Spotlight and Eric in a non-pick right here, because again, it's something about this game I don't have a good vibe of. I know we can say that Tampa Bay is injured. We can say that. We can say they don't have their receivers, but they do got Tom Brady. They do got Leonard Fournette, I believe. If they don't have, they do got that guy. They do got the three great. They do got Devin White. They still got Shaquille Barrett. They do got Vita Vea out there. So they do got some, good defensive pieces out there. They do got Jamel Dean, who's capable. Carlton Davis, Edwards. They still got those guys out there that can cover. And what do we have? We have Devontae Smith, yes. That's very good. That's very good. A talented guy. So we do got to rely on our running game. But what if it stopped? What if the running game stopped, like we said, which is very rare people did that this season. But what if it stopped in the playoffs? Todd Bowles defense. What if that stops? Can we trust Jalen Hurts to beat them with his arm? I don't know yet. I think Jalen Hurts has had a good season, but I still think he got a lot of things to improve on. He still got a lot of things to work on. Shaquille Barrett, last time we played him, he took whoever was on that left side, he took Dillard to school last time we played him. We played them. That defensive line do got capability against the quarterback. Sometimes Jalen Hurts is not going to be able to run about the pocket in this playoff game. And who do I trust more? Bruce Arians or Nick Sirianni? I will have to lean sides Bruce Arians on this one because he is a capable Super Bowl winning coach. He is a Super Bowl winning head coach. Todd Bowles' defense is more respectable. Everybody respects Todd Bowles more than Jonathan Gannon. And then my X factor is going to be none other than Jonathan Gannon. Is he already in it? Is this already something that we don't know? We know he's going to go get a head coaching gig or he's interviewing. We don't know that. How much that will factor in this football game of him going on a nice next year, possibly being a head coach. How much that will factor in. So other than that, I don't trust Jonathan Gannon. I'm not buying that we're a top 10 defense in this league because he doesn't seem to know how to make the adjustments when he needs to make. We can go about this top 10 defense stuff. I'm not buying that at all. So how much him being a head coach and him being on the list of those coaches that could be a head coach next year will factor in that. I don't know. So I'm gonna go with the coach spotlight side. I don't know this game, but we just gonna watch and see this game. But I'm not counting out Tom Brady, even though they injure all over the place. They still got OJ Howard. They still got Gronk out there. They still got those running backs out there, and they still got a capable defensive stop you. So I'm gonna go with AN on this.
Okay, Brendan, who you got?
Well, Dante kind of started my thing. I was going to point to how Tampa Bay is really banged up despite still having Tom Brady. I mean, their main receiving core isn't in existence right now, but Tom Brady is. He still has Gronkowski. He still has, all these other guys. But I think they're banged up enough that this is going to be a closer game than a lot of us thought. The other day when they came out with the matchups, even I was kind of like, oh, this is going to be a blowout. But then when you realize how unhealthy Tampa is, it's not going to be. It's not going to be a blowout at all. And I'm going to say it's going to be 24-21. And I'm going to pick – I think the Eagles can steal one here. I think they can. As great as Tom Brady is, I think he's beatable. I think he's beatable this week. And my X factor is going to be probably Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni. Nick calling the plays and Jalen executing the plays. So there you go.
Eric.
This game is going to come down to who's going to win in the trenches. We seen that the Eagles lead the league in most yards per game in rushing, right? If I'm not mistaken. It's going to come down to that, right? The Bucks is beat up. It's really beat up bad. We know Shaquille Barrett just got activated off. I forgot what list, and Vita Vea just got an extension, so he's going to play like his contract. Their corners have been banged up all year. Their corners haven't been the same. This is not this. People say it's Tom Brady. It's Tom Brady. I get that. I totally get that. But at the same time, you got to realize this ain't the same Bucks team like last year. We seen the Bucks team make it to the Super Bowl last year because their defense, and nobody could say that otherwise. Because if you guys remember when they played the Packers, Tom Brady threw 3 interceptions, I think, or 2, and Aaron Rodgers threw 2 too. So it was like the quarterbacks were non-existent. So I'm gonna say this ain't the same Bucks defense we've seen before. I think the key for the Eagles is in order to win at the trenches, you have one of the best centers in the game and in the NFL right now, and you guys should win that battle there, I believe. But you never know with the Bucks team, right? You never know what Tom Brady's speech is. You never know what Tom Brady says in the locker room, and it always has an impact on the people around him. But I think it's gonna come down to the trenches. I think it's gonna be 3 rushing touchdowns for the Eagles. And a pass by Jalen Hurts or maybe a run by Jalen Hurts for a touchdown. So I'm gonna say the score is gonna be a high scoring game. You know what? 30 to 20. Give me the Eagles in this one. The underdogs.
Interesting.
Okay, Eric.
This is not going to be a game what people think it's going to be. It's not going to be a blowout. It's not going to be a mismatch because Tampa Bay can be beat. They can. But I have a riddle like this. What am I? Okay. I always have it like this, but I always run out of it. What is that?
What is that, time?
Yep. Robert. Bingo. Rob, you get to buy me a pizza.
Oh, what are we talking about? We're talking about Chicago deep dish?
Pretty much, or something like that. But here's the reason why I say time. How much time are the Eagles are going to give Tom Brady in the last possession of the game? If you give him 2 minutes, Eagles will lose this game. They're going to lose. If you give him a minute, you're going to lose. This is why I hope and pray that the Eagles coach, the one that talks about flowers and rainbows and kitties and all of that.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
You cannot win the time of possession. You can't. Not with Tom. Tom always finds a way in the last 2 minutes. If you give that man 10 seconds, the Eagles will win that game. Because,
I agree with that.
That's where I believe
I never thought of it that way. Wow.
That's why I believe the Eagles will.
That's an interesting way of thinking of it.
And excuse my French, and this is why, Key, if you're gonna get mad at anybody, get mad at Mitch. Because Mitch is talking
a whole. Mad at anybody. I already told Mitch if something happens, I'm blaming his ass anyway.
Well, y'all better get the blaming and finger pointing because he's going to be the reason why you guys lose. I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 20-17 field goal kick to win it. And all of you guys can just choke Mitch while I just literally screen record the damn thing.
add Slay to that list too. Big play Slay because he was talking reckless on the Raiders.
Big play Slay is irrelevant. I don't even count it. He's a LeBron James fanboy. Anybody that's a fan of LeBron James, you are irrelevant in my eyes.
I'm a Lakers fan, not a LeBron fan.
You're just going through trials and tribulations right now, Eric.
Yeah.
Right now, Eric's going through a divorce.
Yeah, really.
No. You're not tap dancing with R. Kelly because Eric has dignity. So Eric got his headphones in, listening to NSYNC
He
Gone.
really does have dignity, but he be like, he just wants to listen to this. I believe I can
I
fly.
can
Hell
fly.
no, Westbrook needs
No.
to get out of here.
No. Eric is listening to Gone by NSYNC with the Lakers.
Oh.
No, he's listening to
I
Bye
got
Bye
one.
Bye.
I got one. Cry me a river. Cry
Oh yeah.
No, actually, I got a better song for you, Eric. Listen to Cocaine by Des White. That is definitely what you're going to need. with
You
the
know what? I'll
Lakers.
listen to it right now. I'll mute myself. Hold on.
Oh shit.
Hey Eric, if you
Got
want
a
to
mix
make sure you listen to it in
Eagles and
Spanish.
Tampa. Well, okay, I like it. I
God,
like
tap
it.
dance
Wait,
with
wait,
man.
wait,
That
who
tap
got
dance
this
with R.
next game
Kelly
here?
comment
Wait,
got
who's the
me
artist?
while rewatching that Best of Spotlight video. That got me so good.
Wait. Can I know the artist? What was the
Now
artist?
you're gonna make me want to watch it again, Robert.
Des White.
Des White.
Cocaine.
I think his name is Des
Des
White.
White.
I think his name is Des White, and he made cocaine, and it's actually one of those depressing songs. Or better yet, you can listen to Sunday's Best by Sacrifice.
Ooh,
Yeah, you can listen to Sunday Best by Sacrifice.
I've never heard of that. Never heard of that.
You mean
will love that
Surfaces?
song.
That's
Surfaces.
just-
Thank
that's
you. I don't know
Sunday
why I'm thinking of Sacrifice right now. I got Big Sean in my head right now.
No, but that's actually a really good song.
Oh my God, this song.
We
I
know
never knew the
why.
name of this song,
We know
but I
why Gooley's thinking of sacrifice because of those Chicago Bears that's sacrificing everything just to be better.
Oh,
It's not even that. It's just sacrificing something that should have happened a year ago. Making the playoffs a year ago is what fucked us. Good God Almighty.
oh
So
yes.
we got America's not favorite team of the Dallas
Gosh.
Cowboys going up against
Do we have
one of
to?
the hottest teams, I think, also going into this playoffs, and it's the San Francisco 49ers. Now, Dallas fans, Dallas is already telling, don't sell tickets to the 49ers fans. What type of shit is that? How you going to say who can buy tickets?
What
Are y'all
kind
afraid,
of crap
Dallas?
is that?
Y'all afraid?
They're
Are y'all still
Cowboy
riding?
fans.
No.
They're
Y'all
like the
still riding high
TMZ
because
of
y'all beat-
NFL fans.
Y'all still riding high? Y'all,
Oh shit.
oh, we tried it again. Are Dallas
Oh
fans
my God.
beat a high school JV team last week? Are you still riding that wave? But
Probably.
Brendan, who you got
They're
in
so
this
full
game?
of
You
it.
got Dallas or the 49ers?
I mean, to me, it don't matter. It doesn't matter who you're playing against, whether it's a varsity team or a freshman team, because Dallas knows how to put together a full 60-minute game. They really do. I mean, I've seen them enough this year to know that. I mean, between Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, you know, the 7 or 8 wide receivers that they have, they can put together 60-minute games. And last week, the game against Washington and last week were 2 games at the end of the season where, because Dallas could have played bad and the Eagles could have still won that last week, right? I mean, because the Eagles put up 27 points, but Dallas played good enough for 60 minutes to put up 51. I think San Francisco's defense is definitely good, but I think this is the Prescott show, 4 touchdown kind of day. He's the X factor in this game for me, and I think the Cowboys go on to win 35-17.
Oh,
Ooh, for me, I'm taking the 49ers because the 49ers can prove like they can be like any team is beatable, no matter how good even like the Rams. They made the Rams look like chumps and no matter if Jimmy G has like a broken thumb, like a torn ligament, but he can still sling the football with the best of anybody. Now with Dallas, and this is what I saw about Dallas. No lead is safe with Dallas. Dak is known, and I've always called Dak Captain Choke because he knows how to choke away games. Dallas has a track record of that, and I think 49ers are taking this, and the X factor is going to be Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel is going to go off, and we saw that against the Los Angeles. He can do it again against Dallas, because Trayvon Diggs is overrated. He's always getting burned on a consistent basis. I mean, the only like their running game is good. The only guy I will never hate is Corey Clement, because obviously his time here and also New Jersey native. I do think I see it's going to be. I think it's going to come down to 10 points. I think 40 to 30. 49ers take this, because I think Dallas is still a one and done team under Mike McCarthy, and we saw. And that's another thing. And Mike McCarthy knows a way to choke away games, and we saw that during this time with Green Bay. Am I wrong, Key?
No, you're definitely right. Did you say 40 to 30?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oof.
Donte.
That would be some game.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna pick the 49ers, and here's why. If you actually watched that Rams game, nobody looked at this defense, how much this defense then got smacked around in that second half by the 49ers. 49ers really put up over 400 yards on this defense in the second half. This defense for the Rams had let down. I know Matthew Stafford threw 2 interceptions. I know he did, but he did it because trying to make a play. That was a great play call, but the throw was just underthrown. But he let him down the field. They scored a touchdown. And what happened? 49ers had no timeouts. They went 80 yards in 61 seconds. That defense then let Matthew Stafford in this offense down.
And their running game is
had
second
469 total yards of offense. The 49ers did. So
and I think a good chunk of it you can give it to Deebo Samuel, because Deebo Samuel is a whole different breed.
I mean, it was Deebo Samuel. It was Elijah Mitchell.
Oh, Elijah Mitchell too is going to be. Someone's going to watch out for him
in that game. Also, Jawan Jennings caught a touchdown pass. Ayuk caught some great first down passes that led to those touchdowns. So I'm going to pick the 49ers, but I don't think it will be 40 to 30. I don't think it will be actually blow. I think it will be close, because the offense for the Cowboys, they're very good. They're dynamic, but
it's still suspect as hell.
This defense for the 49ers, Eric Armstead, you got Bosa over there. That had a great game last week. This secondary played pretty good in the second half. I don't think the Dallas Cowboys will score that much. Now, it wouldn't shock me if they scored 30 points, but I'm going to take the 49ers. That running game is hot. Elijah Mitchell is very, very hot. Ayuk is a tough guy to stop. Deebo Samuel, you have to account for him anywhere you go on the field. But if it's running back, receiver, he's going to find a way to get off. It's just a matter if Jimmy G is going to turn the ball over. If Jimmy G doesn't turn the ball over in this game, and he doesn't,
yes, I was just about to say, how consistent is he going to be?
Timely interceptions. I believe the 49ers can win this game, and I believe they control time of possession. With Elijah Mitchell, they can win. They can very much win this game. Their defense is good enough to stop the Dallas Cowboys. We seen it last week with the Rams.
If I'm not mistaken, is their defense like one of the top 5, if I'm not mistaken, in defense for the 49ers?
Not sure what their defense is, but I know they're top 7 in the NFL.
I know the way that we played, they look like a top 5 defense. So I mean,
I got the 49ers winning this football game. I got them 26-23. The 49ers winning this game in a close one. I don't think this will be a walk in the park for Dallas. I don't care how many weapons they have. It just depends on if Jimmy
not
G
to mention they don't have Michael Gallup.
It just
don't
depends on that.
ACL.
Right, they got to.
Yeah, but they still have like 7 other guys though.
They gotta use Cooper. We all know what Cooper can do. He's hot and cold. He's a Katy Perry. Then you got Cedric Wilson. You got Zeke. Zeke's not running the same. I don't care nobody say.
I think Tony Pollard should be the number 1 back for Dallas.
And Tony Pollard should get at least half the workload because he's saying it. I'm going to always keep saying it. Tony Pollard is the better back.
It's him. I think him and Clement are probably the better backs than Zeke, because Zeke is not. It's not the same back he used to be.
And if I don't know if y'all always know this, every time Dak has to throw for over 350 yards, he loses. If he has to throw too much, he loses. Each and every time he loses. So,
yeah. Like no game is like the passing game. Sometimes it works against Dak, and we've seen that time and time again. But I mean,
I hope and pray to God San Fran beats Dallas because I just need them to shut up. They didn't
I hope so too, but I just went with a bold prediction.
That's until we did this, we did. I understand it, I get it, but y'all excited because y'all beat the backups.
The backups are the backups.
Eric, who you got?
I hate both teams, man, with a passion. I mean, Cowboy fans, they run their mouth like they just won the Super Bowl last week. And then for Niner fans, there's always been that tension between Niner and Raider fans. And, Niner fans think they're going to the Super Bowl this year. Well, hold on there. You ain't going to. But with this game, and speaking of somebody said Dallas gives up 40, you're crazy. The bum-ass Broncos put up 30 points on this bum-ass overrated defense. So imagine a decent offense. Imagine a decent offense. Come on now. Let's be realistic. Cowboy fans, be realistic for once. Come on now. Be realistic for once. Let's be honest.
Because their offense is suspect as hell. Even he knows that.
But here's the thing. For the Niners, if you limit Deebo Samuel, that offense is not the same. And we've seen it time and time again when they don't got Deebo. It ain't nothing. So I think they're going to game plan very, very good against Deebo. And then Jimmy Garoppolo has to throw the ball. And then that's when Trayvon Diggs could take advantage of that and get an interception. And Michael Parsons could get the pressure. But at the same time, it's like if they keep running it between Deebo and Elijah Mitchell and they keep running it like they usually do, it's going to tire that defense out. And that defense is going to be hella tired. And especially coming off of a week where you played your starters throughout the whole game. And what are you doing? Imagine if you guys would have got injured. Oh, you guys would have been raising hell.
Yep, Dallas would have been bitching.
Yeah,
we got hurt.
yeah.
No, keep that same. I want them to keep that same energy this game.
Hell yeah. And I think the Niners will win this one. As much as I don't want them to move on, I wish both of them were one and done, but they're not going to be one and done because they have to play each other. I wish they could tie and get out both, but they can't. So I got the Niners winning this 20. I'm going to say 28. No, actually, let's do this. 32-30. A field goal wins it for San Fran. Jimmy Garoppolo goes downfield, throws a 40-yard bomb to Deebo Samuel for the field goal range, and it's a kick to send them off to the second round. 32-30. The San Francisco 49ers.
Oh boy, I have a Dallas Cowboy fan at work. Oh my god, and I have a 49er fan at work. So yeah, that's lovely. But anyway, I don't have hatred for the 49ers. I really don't, as an organization. And as for the Cowboys, there's nothing to say. I originally had Dallas winning this, but till the voices in my head told me to pick the 49ers. And I'm going with the voices because, well, it come to my attention, like, I have the 49ers winning, but don't be surprised if Dallas does win because they're in Jerry's world. And let's be honest, every time when they're in Jerry's world, bullshit happens.
I mean, we saw, and sometimes there are times where they don't play great at home, and we saw it all of Thanksgiving, choked it to the Raiders.
Yeah, they choked against the Raiders.
Brown.
But
Do you still have a job, Anthony Brown? 4 pass interferences. Do you still have a job?
and let's be honest, they also got one of the biggest choke artists ever in NFL history in Mike McCarthy.
That's what I said, because Mike McCarthy has a track record of choking.
Like he's God. It makes me mad that man got a ring, because if he didn't have a ring, he would be the Andy Reid of this generation. Because remember, Andy choked a lot.
That's true. I mean, he can hold our hands up to that because we lived through it.
So, yeah, I am going to say right now I'm going with the 49ers with a score of
Definitely. Views
He's worried about Greg the Legs
114.
Zerline.
He said he's worrying about Zerline. That's true though. That
Yeah,
is a
that's
fact.
right. He missed 6 total extra points this year.
That's
Let
a
me
fact.
say this.
Zerline
Let me say
might
about
come
the-
and
That's
bite
always
y'all
been a
in the
problem with
ass.
Dallas. They just never had great kickers.
Like personally with the 49ers also, they're playing a different type of game. Like their defensive scheme is so aggressive. That and the offensive schemes are so aggressive. But also, I don't trust Shanahan as far as I can throw him. I give Shanahan a lot of heat. Because I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I know he's trying to recover from 28-3, but this is your year to prove it. This is your year to prove it there, young man. If not, you're going to be just like your father and just ruin another good quarterback like you did RG3. But I kind of doubt that. 49ers win 26-22.
Oh my God. Damien said, imagine if AB's the Dallas.
AB's has getting no more chances.
Let me say this about AB. There's going to be a team that's foolish enough that's going to take him. And,
Giants.
no, it's not going to be the Lions.
Mhm.
I said
fourth
Giants.
Oh, the Giants. No, it's not going to be the Giants. It's not going to be the Giants. I'm going to tell you who it's going to be. Sorry, Coach Donte. It's going to be the Texans. AB to the Texans.
No, how about this? AB to Jacksonville.
Nah, Jacksonville is going to have their own thing. Now I'm hearing Jacksonville might hire Bill O'Brien as their head coach.
Oh God, help us all.
Yeah.
Yes, I would be.
Oh my
but-
God, not Bill
I
O'Brien.
think if that happens, I'm sorry.
No, we're gonna be laughing at the Jacksonville.
I'm gonna say to Shad Khan, please sell the freaking team.
Or just relinquish ownership of it.
Just or give it to Tony. Give it to Tony.
I mean, he's
Give it to
he's
your
doing
son.
good in AEW. I can see him running the Dags.
Now,
They
if the
got
Bears,
final night.
if the Bears get Bill O'Brien, I'm a free agent. I'm a free agent.
You're a free agent.
I
So we
think.
got the
I mean,
last
Anthony
game of the
Brown
night
is
from
done.
Brendan. It's
Tom.
your Kansas City Chiefs up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll let you go first. Who's winning this game?
Oh hell, he had Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Yes, he's a Chiefs fan.
Let me just go back.
Who's going to win this game?
Let me
Kansas City. Kansas City's going to win this game.
Super Bowl.
Oh, he's a Chiefs fan?
Now,
Let me go to my business. Let me go to my businessman misery. I'm going back.
I like that.
nah, they're going to win, but I will
It's not
say
about
Big Ben
Jags
is going to.
coordinators.
It's going to be a high scoring game.
Oh, it is.
It's going to be a high scoring game. It's going to be. I'm going to go.
Oh.
I'm going to say the Chiefs win, but 35-28. I think Big Ben somehow shows up because it's the playoffs. He finds a way to just. I mean, even last year, like he was down 28-0 to the Browns.
We
still found a way to put up what was it, 30-something points to the.
We don't talk about last year.
He still found a way to put up 30-something points
And garbage time.
You know, I feel like he finds a way in the playoffs, even win or lose. So, but I think the Chiefs win 35-28.
You know what? I'm going to go with the Chiefs too,
Right.
just because from what the fact that the defense has gotten better is, I feel like the big X factor for Kansas City. Look, the offense is lethal as it is. Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, if he doesn't fumble the football. I do think this is going to be a high scoring game. I think 35-28 was a good prediction. Why not? Oh, Jesus Christ, that's going to be tough. Because I would like to see, because I know Kansas City knows how to put a 40-plus burger on a lot of teams. So I think I think Mahomes, if he goes off goes off what we normally expect out of Pat Mahomes, don't be surprised if they put a 50 burger right on Pittsburgh's head. because the thing about with Pittsburgh, we all know Big Ben is washed, and their main source of their offense is through Najee Harris or at times Chase Claypool. But I do think I'm going to say 45-37 is going to be my final score prediction for Kansas City.
Let me go next. Let me say this. The Steelers are going to a Super Bowl. They're going to a Super Bowl. They're going to be eating a lot of Permani sandwiches. Like Big Ben, like he has the arm of a god. He's like the Gozer the Gozerian of football. like the Steelers are going to the Super Bowl. Let me say this. The fact that the Steelers even are in the damn playoffs is goddamn misery to me. Let me say this. Steelers, it was fun. I know it was fun. It was fun like last year because Jesus Christ, because Urinating Tree had the greatest live stream last year. He got drunk. Anyway, if I can say this, it's not going to be 45-37 Steelers. So Damien, stop smoking that crack because we all know you try to like something, a $5 footlong in your mouth. Anyway. Nah, Robert, you weren't here. There's a reason why that joke was said. I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm sorry. I'm going with the Chiefs. Get this, Big Ben. It was nice. It was nice knowing you. It really was. Even though you're Captain Fat Fuck, leader of men. So I'm gonna go with the score of 50-3. Chiefs. Yeah. The Chiefs are going to drop a 50.
Actually, you know what? I can see that.
50-3 because let's be real. Let me explain. Their defense is shot. They have no linebackers. They only got one good linebacker right now. They're injured to hell in back. They have a geriatric quarterback who can't do worth a damn and can't run. They have Najee Harris. Friggin' Chase Claypool is washed. Claypool has been ass this season. Who else are they missing?
They're missing everybody pretty much.
They're missing their receiver core. When your fourth wide receiver is the best receiver in on your team, you have serious problems. Yeah, you guys are trying to be the Carolina Panthers. I'm sorry. Najee Harris is not McCaffrey. He can't do it all.
I mean, the fact that Najee Harris is only their source of offense, throughout this entire year,
So Big Ben, it was nice to see. It was nice. You got your $45 million. You've earned it. You took your team to the Super Bowl, even though you shouldn't even be in the Super Bowl if it wasn't for the Colts choking on their own shit. And 50-3. I can't say 14 because that's being generous. I have to be realistic, and 50-3 is the best option. So that's one hell of a goodbye, Big Ben. Bye, Big Ben. And
Donte, who you got?
The Kansas City Chiefs, and I got the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm gonna go with 27-13 Kansas City winning this game. Like I say again, I got respect for Mike Tomlin and what he's able to do. He's probably one of the reasons. He's the reason why the Steelers are relevant. He's gonna always be competitive. He's gonna always have his team come out ready to play football, no matter what. The Kansas City Chiefs have found their stride since they beat the Las Vegas Raiders, and I think the Raiders woke up after that as well. They probably lost a couple more games, but then again they found the light switch to cut on. But again, Kansas City found the rhythm of their offense. Tyreek Hill started getting involved. Travis Kelce is a difference. Tyrann Mathieu, he can guard tight ends very, very good in one-on-one coverage. It's just so much tricks of Andy Reid in his sleeve and Eric Bieniemy. I just think the Chiefs will be too much for the Steelers to handle, and the Steelers. I don't think Kansas City will be scared of this Steelers offense. They cannot score. They cannot seem to find the end zone. Najee Harris, has been there. He's been very good catching the ball out the backfield and running the ball. But outside of that, what are the routes that the Steelers are running? Nothing but crossing routes. Everything is underneath. It's nothing really going deep because Big Ben just don't have the arm strength like that anymore. He is not very mobile, and I believe that helps Chris Jones and people like Melvin Ingram gets to the backfield, and also 49 Swanson and all of those. So that's going to open up a lot of defensive adjustments for Steve Spagnuolo. So I got the Kansas City Chiefs 27-13, man. So I got to give credit to Mike Tomlin, man. This guy, a 3 head coaches in 30 years for the Steelers. That is consistency, and that guy always going to find a way to make that team relevant and make that team compete. Don't you know? It is hard to go being a head coach of a decade and not have a losing season. That is definitely respect for Coach Mike Tomlin right there.
Eric.
I wish Spotlight was here so he could play the spooky sound. Patrick Mahomes, TJ Watt is coming for you. Patrick Mahomes, you're not the same as you were. Kansas City Chiefs, you're not the same that you were the last few years. You know what? The Steelers don't deserve to be here. They got lucky by that line. I'm not going to say it. They're lucky that we didn't tie and that the Chargers caught timeout. And they're also lucky that they tied against the Lions. So, here is my standpoint on this, right? This is not the same Kansas City team, and we all know the Steelers' defense is the reason why they're here in the first place. Now, when you match up the Kansas City Chiefs against the teams they lost to in the regular season, I know regular season is different than playoffs, but when you look at it, their run defense has been horrible, and it has been horrible time and time again, and they got Najee Harris, a good rookie running back there. So I think the X factor here is going to be Najee Harris. I think the Steelers are going to prove all of us wrong. As much as I talk shit about them, and I wish they were never in the playoffs in the first place, I just love these upsets in these playoffs. I don't know. This season taught me to never underestimate any team. And therefore, because it's Big Ben's last year, and sometimes people want to ride out into the sunset, I believe the Steelers will beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and they will beat them not by a lot. It would be by it'll be by a touchdown. I'm gonna say by 7 points, 27-20. Give me the Steelers. It ends off in a TJ Watt strip fumble on Patrick Mahomes.
Wow, that's bold.
Hell yeah.
Eric, it ain't gonna happen, bro.
Hey, it's a possibility.
It's a possibility, but
I think no.
No. I would have to.
Hey, Eric, did you hear the audio or no?
No.
Got it.
TJ Watt.
No. D, play that again. Play that again. You are now entering the Twilight Zone. Because that prediction is damn near Twilight Zone. But everybody's entitled to their opinion. Just like Damien still believes that the dinosaur exists if he keeps touching himself at night.
Ghoulie, where you come up with these scenarios?
Wow.
I have problems.
He said the NFL's rigged.
Yeah, the NFL is rigged. It is rigged. It's actually more racist than it is rigged.
And we got the last game of the night. It was a Monday night game with the Rams, a battle of another NFC West matchup division. They didn't see each other twice already. I think they went 1-1. But the rubber match here again, we got the Rams and Cardinals.
Oh shit!
So, Eric,
game of the week.
Yeah, this is the game of the week. You said it. That's oh my god. Is Hopkins and Watt back?
I know what I think because from what I saw, Hopkins is coming back.
Sure about D-Hop.
Well, D-Hop should be ready by the championship game.
Let me say this, because let me say this. I want Arizona to win so freaking bad. I really do. Because Matthew Stafford is playing like the old Matthew Stafford that he was in Detroit. That's unacceptable, Matthew Stafford. That's unacceptable. Matthew Bartholomew Stafford. What are you doing right now? Like the
What's his real
Rams.
middle name is Bartholomew. Ew.
If it's not. But if it is, he's playing like a Bartholomew because what the hell? Like what the hell? And Kyler Murray. Kyler Beauregard Murray. What the hell's going on? What the hell is wrong with you? Oh.
Actually, what's funny? Matthew
That's why I is John Matthew Stafford.
John Matthew Stafford. John Matthew Stafford. Stafford was playing better when he was with the line. No, he was not. No, he was not. They gave that man no offensive line. Megatron retired, and they thought bringing in a Kardashian known as what's his name Reggie was it Reggie Bush was going to save them. No, yeah, no, Damian, no. Matthew Stafford is it proves to me that Matthew Stafford can't close out games. It proved to me the last game of the season. And if that happens again, Arizona's gonna walk him like a dog. That's why I got Arizona winning the game of the week. 40-37. Cardinals.
Oh,
You know what? I'm going to go with the Cardinals as well because I think obviously getting JJ Watt back, which is their first defensive, is to be the first piece that they're getting back on the defense. So I think, and then like Gooley said, you know, obviously this it looks like the match that Matthew Stafford of not closing out games like during his time in Detroit. I do think with Kyler Murray, I think Kyler Murray and this Cardinals offense is going to run right over the Rams.
Damn, this Grizzlies team is crazy, man.
I think the Cardinals are taking this just because I want to see Zach Ertz, be more successful in Cardinal red because it sucks to see him there. But oh well. But I'm going to go Cardinals getting this dub over the Rams.
Brendan, who you got?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Matthew Stafford is my Mr. Inconsistent for the year. He is. I mean, I've watched him. I don't know how many times this year, and he does the same thing. He throws like 2 picks early in the game, and it brings him behind, and then he has to play from behind, which he's just not very good at because the Lions were that bad before he went to the Rams, and it's just he's just too inconsistent. I mean, yeah, they have some good receivers. They got OBJ, they got Cooper Kupp, they got Sony Michel in the backfield, things like that. But
how
it
much
comes down to a
offensive power
Stafford
do
just
you
isn't.
need though? And you
Well,
hesitate.
I don't know. But
Now,
Kyler
imagine-
Murray, but it's not like Kyler Murray's been that consistent either in the last,
True.
Let's say 5 games. It's not like Kyler Murray's been that consistent either. And so this game's going to overtime. This is another overtime game. And it's going to be 30-27 Cardinals.
What, on a game-winning field goal? I could, what?
Yeah, I mean, maybe teams
You know
trade
what?
field goals, but
You know
yeah.
what? I agree on that overtime. This game's possibly going to be overtime. And look, let me tell you why. I'm not going to go against my word. I said it a couple weeks back on the morning show where I said that the Cardinals remind me of the Jazz, where they're a regular season team. And I am not going to go against my word, and I'm going to stick by my word. They are a regular season team, the Cardinals. The Cardinals will go down to the Rams, and Matthew Stafford, this is the problem. Matthew Stafford, the last few weeks, like you guys said, has been playing, oh my God, unbelievable. And what I mean by unbelievable, like it's crazy that he's doing this bad with what he got. So I'm going to go with the Rams, though. I think Stafford's going to have a bounce-back game. I think he's finally going to be consistent this game. And I think he throws for 4 touchdowns. and he has a 1 interception, so 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Kyler Murray is gonna go a touchdown and 2 interceptions, and James Conner is gonna have himself 2 touchdowns, and it's gonna go 28 entering the overtime, and it's gonna be 31-28 in overtime, and the Rams will win this in overtime.
And then you have wild card weekend. Robert, did you go? Did you go?
Yeah, I picked the Cards to win.
Dante, you went. I'm forgetting people.
Nah, I haven't went yet.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, my bad.
You good? So we not gonna. I know it's no excuse for Matthew Stafford to fail now that he got better weapons, and it's no excuse for him. But to act like Matthew Stafford is a scrub of a quarterback, let's not act like the reason why Megatron retired because this damn Lions organization been so goddamn bad that they wouldn't trade him. So let's not act like this Lions organization was not bad and Matthew Stafford did not lead this team to the playoffs before they lost on a bad call in Dallas. I do remember that call. They lost on a pass interference call that the ref did not call. They lost on that call. So let's not act like Matthew Stafford is one of the best quarterbacks in leading his team in comebacks. Let's not act like that. But it's no excuses to how he played these couple of weeks. And also, this defense hasn't been the best either. So I'm not gonna just sit here and blame Matthew Stafford for these struggles. This defense deserves a lot of the blame too for going for Jimmy Garoppolo to go 80 yards in 61 seconds as well for the defense to self-destruct like that. So accountability of Matthew Stafford is a guilty verdict to me, and so is his defense. So they all come in once. But as far as Kyler Murray, he's supposed to be an MVP candidate this year. He was supposed to be this franchise quarterback which is I think he is, but he has not won a game without DeAndre Hopkins, but he still has capable weapons of Christian Kirk, and he does have Rondale Moore. He has Zach Ertz. He has James Conner.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, he can't find a way to get this team to a victory without DeAndre Hopkins. Yes, DeAndre Hopkins being missing has something to do with that, but Matthew Stafford did lose Robert Woods as well. He did lose a receiver on his end as well. So again, due to Kyler Murray have not been able to win. He won one game without DeAndre Hopkins. That was against Dallas because we know Dallas is not really that goddamn team. We know nobody is scared of Dallas. But I'm going to take the Rams in this scenario. I think Matthew Stafford will bounce back. And it's a reason why Matthew Stafford is a top 10 to top 12 quarterback in the league. He does have some inconsistency problems. Most of the time he throws his interceptions, trying to do too much, trying to fit balls in tight windows and trying to really make a play instead of enforcing the ball to something else will not be. But I'm going to trust Matthew Stafford more than I'm going to trust Kyler Murray because Matthew Stafford knows what it takes to win, even though he went to the playoffs one time. But again, the organization is terrible. And Megatron retired literally because they wouldn't trade him. He got frustrated of the losing. So I would not blame Matthew Stafford for 10 and 71. I can't blame Matthew Stafford. And a 5,000-yard year too, and multiple 4,000 yards. Don't you know how hard that is to do that consistently? So again, I got respect for Matthew Stafford. Yes, it's no excuses. And it's damn sure no excuses for him to lose the first round. With all these weapons, and he got traded there to a better team, it's definitely no excuses. So again, I'm going to take the Rams, but I'm not discrediting Matthew Stafford, how he's been performing. And I will take full responsibility. I will get up on his neck right now if he performs and put his ass on the ground if he underperforms this coming weekend. Because again, he has been struggling, but so has this defense been struggling too.
There you have it, guys. We got wild card weekend in the books, picks and predictions. Make sure y'all stay tuned here for the Spotlight Sports Network over the weekend because we will have you covered on damn near all those games, live play-by-play and reactions. One more topic. I know Dante got to get ready to do the Denver Nuggets And
Hey,
in
King,
that
just to
game
let y'all
coming up here.
know that 7200 Seconds podcast will be on all streaming platforms tonight. So you do not want to miss
Snap.
that.
We
MK
about to
headlines,
be on the
MK
radio.
headlines, MK headlines will be on there, and so will be the Daily Dribble. So you'll have all 3 podcasts up tonight on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Audible, all the streaming platforms. You name it, we got it. Just giving y'all a heads up.
Oh snap! All right, before we roll out of
All
here,
right.
just gotta ask this one question. John Morant's been balling. Is he an MVP candidate right now? No think.
I say the way that he's been balling out, I say yeah, put him in that conversation. But is he going to win it? I don't think so. But I think if he can keep that production the next couple of 2 to 3 years, then maybe he's going to be in the top of the pack. But but who knows? He might climb up that leaderboard. But maybe that's just me.
Don't ask me that question. That's not even a discussion.
Here, let me go then.
Eric,
Let me go then.
Oh, of course.
You know what? John Morant just did something the Lakers can't do, and anybody else, I'm going to say the joke before anybody else says it. He just beat the Warriors right now, and he did it single-handedly, just beat them 116 to 108. He dropped 29 points on the Warriors, the best team in the Western Conference. He just did this, and I ain't going to lie. For sure, I've seen firsthand what the Grizzlies could do because they smacked the shit out of my Lakers constantly, back and forth, back and forth. This Grizzlies team is finally no joke. They proved to me that John Morant, I said it a week before, where John Morant should be a consideration, but I said he wouldn't win it. But after this performance against the Warriors, he should be talked about more. I really do feel like. I know it's just one game, but, come on. It's the Warriors, and Klay Thompson's back. So, to me, I think John Morant should be in the consideration. It should be talked about more. And yeah, that's a good point. 10-game winning streak for Memphis Grizzlies with John Morant. We all thought John Morant was trash when he came back with them. We thought they were worse with him on the floor. He's proving us all wrong, and I think he should be a consideration. Will he win it? No, because you already know it's a favorite. It's a popularity contest. Probably going to go to KD or Curry. It's honestly going to go to one of them, or LeBron. It's going to go to one of them. So, hey, Damian, shut your up. You do it. Have your team as Lakers. All right. Anyways. But yeah, I think that he should be a consideration. I don't think he'll win it, but a consideration for sure.
Brendan, you think he could be MVP candidate or talks?
He could. He definitely could. But I agree. I think it'll be somebody else who's a veteran who everyone likes. That's just how it goes when you vote for these kind of things. It's a popularity contest, and it's going to be somebody who everybody, a wily veteran, so to speak.
All right, guys, there you have it. No Damian, I know, no fact or fiction. Couldn't fit it in. I had them ready, but we had definitely had to get the NFL out the way here. But appreciate Brendan for coming on. Just be on the lookout. You're gonna be hearing more of Brendan.
I got a question, Key. Any of those facts or fictions or NBA topics?
No, but I could make them.
Okay, so you will have them for the Fadeaway podcast at 6:00 Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday.
For sure.
Yep. Make sure y'all we network got more stuff coming tomorrow. Fadeaway podcast, 6:00.
And you got mine at 3 o'clock. So that's going to be up.
Spotlight. Path to the draft is tomorrow morning, right?
Yes.
Okay, for sure. Yep, Donte. Are you gonna be
Hey,
there?
what time, Coach? What time?
It's supposed to be at.
I think 1 o'clock.
Okay.
I thought we said 12. If I'm
I
not.
think 12 or
I can make
1.
it anyway. It doesn't matter. I was
12
just
Eastern?
asking the time.
Let me just double check that real
Okay.
But again, we got more stuff. We got a lot of stuff coming up. We got past the draft with Coach Donte and Eric. As you know, the regular season has come to an end, and the college games are over. So this is where everybody.
And then it's the start of college basketball. You'll see me again on Wednesday at 6:30 for the Villanova Wildcats. Joining me, Coach Donte, to call that game with the Xavier Musketeers, and then you'll see me again at 3 o'clock mostly like 315 for Sports Talk podcast with myself and my buddy, my co-host Tyler. We got some good topics for you guys. Until then, hopefully that can be up on all the streaming platforms as well.
Path to the Draft is at 1 p.m.
1 p.m. Eastern?
Yeah, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. your time.
My
Pacific.
time. Okay. Donte, I'll send you the topics today, man, because we got a lot of big topics, man. You've seen it.
All right.
And again, to make sure y'all come on back. Y'all know every Tuesday between 8-8:30, we always here. Brendan, appreciate you being on. Eric, as always. Dante, you already know. Robert, appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all come on back. Y'all don't want to miss Coach Dante, LA Clippers, and the Denver Nuggets right here, right after this stream. Till then,
Yep.
be out of here.
Peace out.
All right. Peace.